Another quick update here, guys. Alan Smith coming at you from the studio, and we're just going to just do a brief, quick look at what I'm currently working on here in the studio as far as the build of the new studio. You can see here on this cutaway that I'm going to continue with the framing. Weeks ago I was able to put the moisture barrier up, and now progressing on with the framing. So I'm going to be ordering another batch of studs, and then I will be progressing all the way around with the framing project. Now I also ordered 2 more LED light panels, the 2x2 LED light panels. I tried out 2 panels, as you may recall, in my office to see how much I liked them and how reliable they were. I've had them in there for a couple of months, and they are performing spectacularly. Now, I went ahead and pulled down the other 2 fixtures, fluorescent fixtures, and now I am putting up the other 2 LED panels. Now, these are the 4000K panels. You see how thin they are. And they have the hooks on the back of the unit where you can literally hang them, like in a workshop. You can hang them in a shed, if you have a gaming shed. Any place you want to replace old fluorescent lights with LED. You're going to use even less energy. But the main advantage of the LED panels, guys, is they're such smaller, they're lighter, they are not sensitive to the cold. Anyone that knows fluorescent panels, especially in a basement, when you've got your AC running and you come down and you turn the lights on, they will be a little dim at first, and they'll gradually get brighter because they do not react very well to the cold, to cold environments. So if you're out in a garage or if in a barn, all my new lighting in my workshop and my barn are going to be LED. I'm no longer using fluorescent fixtures. I'm going to stack them up, put them out in my barn, and when I get them on Craigslist and get them sold, I'm going to get them out. I'm going to sell them cheap. So that's where I'm at. Framing new LED lights. I've got all 4 in the office. I'm going to sit down and do some calculations here over the next couple of weeks to figure exactly how many of the LED panels I will be using here in the studio, and also using some LED directional lighting for things like display cases or pictures on the wall or displays on the walls that I want to highlight with some additional lighting. We're also going to do that too. Now, the other advantage to these LED panels, guys, is they are dimmable. As I mentioned in another video, these lights are dimmable, so we can dim down the lights, and I'm going to have a different zone above the game tables so we can affect darker conditions, lighter conditions, based on the mood we want to set at the battle, if we so desire. Probably going to go with the 5,000 panels out here, and then we can dim them down to 4,000. I haven't totally made up my mind on that yet. We may just stick with the 4,000K, which is what I have here in the office. It seems to be almost a perfect. 3,000 seems to be a little too dim. 5,000 can be a little too more of a whitish light, although I like to use that here in my paint desk. It really brings out the details on the models, I think. So anyways, you've got that flexibility if you so desire. So just wanted to show you how the work is progressing on the studio. Tentative finish date is tentatively set at the end of February 2020. Now we're going to be on a 12-day cruise to the Caribbean, my wife and I, in January. We're planning a 4-day trip to Disney World in probably the mid part of February. So the pushback dates would be March or April, and I think we'll have the bulk of the actual build work of the actual structure, the walls, the electrical, the ceiling, the flooring, and then we will start the construction of game tables. 2 8x4 game tables. I will video and record all that so we can share that with you. and also my new build paint area, which will be like a surround with the paint, with my paint booth, my airbrush booth, all those things all set up there. I can literally just, I'm gonna be almost like surrounded by all my accoutrement that I have here on this side of the shop. Where I'm currently sitting will be a new train layout, an N-scale train layout. So that's upcoming in the future once we get those two big projects, the game tables and the build paint area done first, so I can get back to putting up more content for you guys. Then the final project, the absolute final project, will be the new N-scale train layout, and we'll of course bring that to you. So this may not be Alan Smith Gaming for much longer. It may be Alan Smith Hobbies upcoming because we are going to have a dash of that on the channel. Now, as I said before, this channel is about variety. I'm going to share a lot of things, my hobby adventure, my hobby experience. I go back to my first video 5 years ago to now, you see night and day difference. Has most things in life, and this is what you want in life. You want to start small and simple, and you just try to gradually improve as you go along, right? So that's what we're going to continue to do here on the channel. You know, gaming conventions, different types of game systems, Star Wars Legions coming up, some 40K content, some fantasy content, Mantic game content, sky's the limits here, bolt action. Got lots of interest and a lot of things that I want to collect over the next many years. So stay tuned, there's more to come, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.